See, at the very beginning of the very end.
Annie Connie was born in Norway and lived and
1948?
studied in
1995.
1996.
By the author, 1995. Copyright.
Copyright 2000.
So yeah, it's
Yeah,
probably
but the
19.
author's right there.
Oh, yeah.
Was this like about herself? So this she would have to have lived through this?
The author?
Mm-hmm. Or is this like a made-up story? Isn't that real?
It isn't said.
Okay,
So yeah,
Well, it
you
says in memory
yes,
of
I have-
Marie Alves, so it's real.
yeah, it's real.
I have a question. They told them about the landmines. How did she still get blown up?
At the end of the 4th chapter, it just says that they were like running around playing. Right here it says, one morning they were raining overnight, and the red dirt that got wet, and Sophia was, she had the idea that she wanted to like run around and play. And then her sister was watching her, and then she like closed her eyes and started running, and she got off the path, and then she stepped off the line.
Oh, she closed her eyes. Okay, yeah.
It says Sophia opened her eyes and saw that she was off the path.
Well, I don't think that she would have seen the mine because it's underground. We're
Yeah,
not
that's
supposed to see it.
Well, oh, yeah.
But she just kind of running around.
Because her eyes were closed, she went.
Yeah, she kind of strayed a little bit of where you're supposed to go.
And then kaboom.
Well, does it say that she got blown up, or was it just kind of like?
It says there was. It says she hopped on her left foot, and then she put her right foot down the step to back on the path, and then it says then the ground exploded.
And this
So
is
you
Sophia.
can only
says in the
guess
next
that
chapter.
her leg got blown up, unless like she has like
Well, that'll make it harder to walk around if she has to again.
super legs.
It would have been kind of hard to walk around there with one leg.
Hobble.
Kind of makes me want to read more to see if she's like limping out of there with one leg.
I mean, your
hopping,
sister's there with her. I mean, hold it.
dragging.
I think maybe if they had a prosthetic leg, we could see if it's modern or not.
They couldn't afford it though. I mean,
They
they're
probably
poor.
could. They probably use a stick.
Yeah, I say a stick. We don't got no prosthetics. We got a stick.
Stick this up in your leg.
It's weird to think about.
They might get sick. I said something about like how one kid got sick and he's like one of the few that like didn't die.
Her sister got sick, I think.
It was somebody who got sick and like they didn't die. It was very rare. And he talked about how like most people would die, probably because they don't have the same stuff that we do. So I feel like that might kill many people.
They have different diseases out there too. Like, they got malaria, I think, and they have a couple of them. Especially like the mosquitoes and stuff.
Yeah.
This book's a lot more interesting than I thought it would be.
It started off a little slow.
Yeah, it was slow at first.
Then the bird lady came in.
the bird lady gave us spices all over. Wow, we would have read that back. We would have known that landmine that took her leg.
Oh, really?
Said, not the murderous bandits who drove her from their home, nor the landmine that takes Sophia's legs. Wow.
Legs is it
Legs.
plural?
Yeah, it says legs, plural, so I guess she loses both legs.
I don't know what
Do
she's
they have
gonna do.
wheelchairs,
They,
or is she just?
they probably don't, unless that priest guy got one.
Is she done dead, or is she?
She's not gonna die.
Well, I mean, in the very beginning of the book, it says that she lives. And it says in memory of Maria Alves.
She wouldn't be able to tell her story if she died
Isn't
that's
during that.
It says,
Well, her
it's about
sister.
who survived.
Maybe her sister tells it.
Sophia lived
yeah.
out. Her sister
I
died.
don't know. Oh,
her
yeah.
dead sister.
But
I
how
wonder
would
how
her
her sister
sister
died.
know what
Yeah.
was going on when she was lost in the off the path?
No, that's Sophia though.
So-
Sophia's the one that got her leg blown up. She's the one that lives apparently.
Oh,
Her sister apparently died, so who knows how that happens.
yeah. I hope they have like wheelchairs or something.
She'll be in trouble.
Yeah, you definitely need wheelchairs, and then you're missing both legs.
Do they have like hospitals?
Probably not.
Probably not in the little city. They probably don't.
I wonder how big their city is. If they would be in a full hospital, or is it just like?
What would they even do?
I mean, it said 92 students in that one class.
Yeah,
So they would
would
have to
they-
have. So you would think that the bandits might see it, but I guess they don't go that
Do
way.
they have like cloth? Would they wrap leaves around
That one
it?
guy had a
or-
cloth that she stole with it to make a dress
It
for her
sounds,
sister.
it sounds like they have some clothes. The one guy had one shoe.
Yeah.
I mean, so they have some way of getting clothes.
I was reading and she said, don't tell my mom that I stole it. Like, she didn't tell the guy that she stole it, but she was like, I found a banknote on the ground. And I bought it that way, but so clearly there's banks, and how would they have a bank if they're that poor apparently? So is it in a big city maybe, or is it, I don't know.
A small thing.
And they talk about the beginning about a big city, but the old lady said they wouldn't make it, remember?
Yeah,
So maybe they are in a big city.
maybe, yeah, they might be in the city. that the grandma's talking about. Maybe they'll get driven out of that and they'll make it to there. I'm not sure.
This book definitely leaves some open windows.
Mm-hmm. So far, yeah.
What do you think the author thought about or experienced to write this book?
Well, she knows people something.
Well,
maybe
this could be like the
didn't experience.
like like the Unbroken movie that came out.
Yeah.
Well, like this could be like the Angelina Jolie, like the writer of this. Like she listened to the story of whoever's telling this.
Maybe
So I
she
think-
was there. Maybe she was helping the priest. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Because a lot of times the author's like,
Henning could be a man.
I think a lot of times they like talk to the people and they just tell them your story and then they write a book about it.
Yeah.
Most of the time, that's happened in a couple stories. So I feel like the author would
Maybe
have
it's
to.
an autobiography that she read and decided to make another book about it. Wouldn't that be copyright this? I don't know.
I don't know.
Based on what we read, how do you think it's gonna end?
Well, she's probably gonna have.
kind of fun.
She's gonna have 2 halves of legs. She's gonna have no legs.
Stubs.
Sister's gonna die. She's not going to.
Or better
She's
mom.
gonna be. Everybody's gonna die except for her, and she's gonna sit there all alone, listening
Didn't
to
the
the
very-
secrets in the fire.
Didn't the very beginning? Didn't she talk about how like, it was in the future? She said she missed her sisters and her mom. I think.
There was like a little prologue or
Yeah,
something.
and she was
there.
like talking about she misses somebody.
A few words before you read the book.
It says every morning Mama Lydia would say, and she's like quoting her mom. So maybe her mom dies, and she keeps thinking about her.
If this book were made into a movie, how would the story need to be changed? Well, they probably wouldn't want to show the legs being blown off.
I mean, it could happen. They could show
They
it.
could do that.
Hollywood.
How would it be changed?
Be like instant rated R.
It probably wouldn't. They could probably have as many people dying, like with the old lady and everything.
There's not really
it's
gruesome things. Besides
yeah.
her dad dying.
yeah, the first part might be. I feel like they could show that pretty well.
Maybe like 300. That movie was extremely gruesome.
Yeah, like right now in the beginning, we can only imagine what it was like when the fire happened. The bandits kind of, except for like with the axe guy, that's the only thing that really. But they could have other stuff like that.
Yeah.
That shows it. I don't know.
It wouldn't need to be a high quality movie.
It wouldn't have to be. I think the story would be able to push it.
Yeah.
It would be able to make it to
They'd have to find actors that were twins because her and her sister remind us every 5 seconds. They look alike.
Yeah. Did that one boy say that to them?
I think he did in the beginning, and then the priest did and the teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
everybody's
priest did that.
saying it, but
I know the priest and teacher did.
they're related, right?
Yeah, they're sisters.
I'm saying
I
the
wonder why the
stupidest
old
things
sister
I know.
always asks the younger sister questions. The younger sister's
It says something about in the book where it's kind of like opposite, where she was answering the questions for her sister.
That goes on for a while, because I'm still finding it later on in the book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're going on to 20 minutes right now. So if we have to wrap up, do we have anything? Or we just end it?
Not really.
We still have one more book talk, so I guess we can end here and just come to a conclusion and say we should be done next time we come to book talk.
So,
3, 2,
all right, we got this.
one.
End it.